Once you open a new presentation, you will probably see the slides on a 100% scale. To move it into a different scale, and that is the best practice, is to use the fit slide so we can see the entire slide on our screen, is to use the zoom toolbar. We have a large toolbar here on top. We will look at every feature here along this class. Alright, so let's use Keynote to create our online tutorial intro. So I will use the black background. I've chosen white, but I've changed my mind. Let's use the black background. You can change the entire background using the format panel, and there you can change the different background using gradient fill, using image fill, or no fill at all. I'm using a color fill, and I'm choosing the color either from the scroll down menu or from the wheel. That's the color wheel, which represents different schemes of color. Alright, so now let's move over to the title itself. Remember, there's the title, and underneath it there's the subtitle. Now let's name our tutorial as Keynote 101. Now the text is filled with the black color, so we'll change it to white. You have the text panel, and there you can choose the font, the color, the alignment, spacing, shadowing, many things. And let's name our subtitle Crash Course for Beginners. And let's change that also to white. Alright, now it wasn't changed. Let's change that to white. Alright, there we have it. We have Keynote 101 Crash Course for Beginners. Now I'm playing around, but it is still very dull. It should be much more dynamic. It should be much more interesting. So one of the things that I'm always using to make text more interesting is to use part of the text and change it into a bold font. Currently it is regular, but once we change it, it turns out to bold. And let's also change the color of that font. So there it is. It looks much nicer. And now the next thing to do is to add up a little bit of animation. But before doing so, let's move the Keynote 101. Let's rotate it a bit and let's see if it looks more interesting. To rotate it, you need to head over to the Arrange panel. There you have a scroll wheel where you can choose your object and rotate it. Alright, so it looks interesting. Now we have two parts. We have the title and we have the subtitle. Usually the title comes first and then the subtitle appears. So we have extremely powerful animation tools in Keynote, which we will look at the next video.